just so you guys know, I'm recording these videos. They'll be posted up on my YouTube channel, and then I'll post those YouTube channels on Language Rebels and Facebook, my Facebook channel. So just so you know, there's options to watch and do reviews. These classes are designed so you can drop in and out of classes. It doesn't have to be every day to participate. Although I want to be here every day, so I made this everyday concept for my personal goal. And yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns? All right. Let's get to the goofiness. Can you all see this fine?
Yes.
All right. So this one is folding the clothes. This is Lushootseed folding clothes. Thanks to the Puyallup Language Department, they have a self-narration for Lushootseed. This one would be them folding clothes. So big thanks out to Amber Hayward, Dr. Zalmai Zaire, and the Puyallup Language Department. Yeah, thanks for assisting with us folding our clothes. Yay! Okay, so this concept is that we have our houses that we control what goes on in our houses, and this is one of the aspects in your house, an activity you can say, okay, I'm no longer gonna do it in English. I'm gonna grab it and do it in the language. All right. So this self-narration is not normal speech. We don't just say, okay, I'm grabbing my t-shirt, I'm folding my t-shirt, I'm folding my t-shirt. We don't say that in English. But what this does is helps bring this repetition into your language so that you can hear it said right, and you can kind of start shifting your way to where you'll say it right, right? So it's not right off the get-go, it's right in the general-ish direction, because we are a copy language, a very mimicative language. I stressed it before. What we did as an indigenous people, we mimicked our animals, plants, trees, everything that made noise. We either copied the noise it made or we described what the action was. All right? Okay? All right. So in this regard, we can never say anything wrong, right? So as long as we can say it, we're saying it right. Because the word ka, right, for crow is just a mimicative language of what the crow sounded like. Ka, right? Or the same thing with the ocean. The ocean comes up, right? And that's what we named it. We called it Holch, right? Just elongate that sound, Holch, right? So in this regard, we are not saying anything incorrect. Okay? So just remember, I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm saying it, and that is right. And I will get to the right, correct words later, but for right now, I'm going to say it this way, and then eventually it'll go the right way. And I'll say the story again. I had a student of mine say quiots instead of weots. He said quiots for an entire year, right? So quiots, it does not mean hello, but that's what he used it for. And we were on canoe journey, and they would be yelling out quiots, and people would understand what he's saying because it's in context. The language, especially Lushootseed, is contextual language. What are we talking about, right? In that instance, we're saying hello to everybody, right? So in that regard, he ended up saying it. I don't want to say wrong because it wasn't wrong for him to say it the way he said it, right? Because he was saying it right. He was, I guess, the use was correct. The word was wrong, but we understood, and that's the key. We understood what he was talking about, and they felt so embarrassed about saying quiots for the longest time. But he still uses weots. He uses weots now. Took him a year, but he uses weots now. And that was about 3 years ago. So forgive yourself. If you say it wrong, forgive yourself. Be like, okay, I said it wrong. Now I'm going to start saying it correct. Now, if you know you're saying it correct and someone tries to teach you a different way, go ahead and learn that way and speak that way to them so that there's no harsh feelings. And then just go back to what you normally do. Right? Yay! Any questions on that? Concerns, comments?
Nope.
Are like mine stories?
It's a good story.
All right. So, Lushootseed T Scalabats.
Lushootseed Chardi Yalabats.
Starting right here.
Oh, Lushootseed
Slop.
Holding slop.
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 These Scalabats. So I know this is weird to actually put this right here for Scalabats, but it'd be T Scalabats for a possessive. I believe this marks it possessive, right? Or is it D? S marks it as possessive, as your clothes, holding my clothes. Laps guasad tis alabats. So this one has a lot of hard letters. So make sure to forgive yourself not saying this correct right off the get-go. So this one right here is the ah, 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 ah. This one I like using like the la, but instead of the ah, you just elongate that sound.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All sounds come through your the thing for the barred L. So this is commonly referred to as a barred L, right? And this one is commonly referred to as a running man, right?
There were some treats that I bought in. Somebody needs to even decide myself. I said, there's some treats out there. Somebody needs to even decide yourself.
And this one right here, that one, that one is a hard P sound. Shop, wasad, peace, lalabats.
Wasad, tea, alabat,
Shop,
alabat.
so the old ones would have used, this one was come a lot of spit because you got your, right, coming out, up, up, slop, slop. Yeah, you got to really enunciate that P.
Slap. 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 Wasad, tea, alabat. Alabat.
Hey, die hard. All right. O shop guasad chud t teed alabats.
Oh, slap. Wasad, chad, tea, eats, alabat.
So just like that last one, when you say it, we're gonna put the D out here and not say it here. All right. Teed alabats.
Oh, slap. Wasad, chad, tea, alabat.
Hey, die hot. What the last one was, I said possessive. D is actually the part for possessive. I'm sorry. Lalabots, the S is a nominalizer to nominalize clothes, right?
There's an S in that one. Is that what that means?
The nominalizer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
this,
that a nominalizer right there?
yes, this one is the nominalizer. It's turning it from an action to a noun.
Nominalizer, turning it from an action to a noun. The D is.
Yes,
Okay.
because we're gonna noun the clothes. I keep on messing that part up. Okay, next. So you put the D there, and you take the D off. Undo. You put the D here. You undo the D here when you write this out. Primarily, what you're doing is this part is the possessive. So this is my shake. So to say this is my shake, I'd say shake teed, right? Teed shake, right? My shake, my hat. Or same thing with like keys, my keys, right? It'd be keys, Laclea, teed. Oh, teed Laclea, teed Laclea. My key. Lushootseed is kind of backwards speech. Instead of these are my keys, keys are mine. Kind of thing. Yeah.
James, what about this? My copy.
Koopy.
Teed,
Teed Koopy. Hey.
Teed, Scoopy.
Mm-hmm.
James, can I just ask you, I'm sorry about this, but I'm just trying to process. So the S is the nominalizer. Can you say that again?
Oh, nominalizers, what they do is turn action words into nouns.
Okay.
So we have the word action of run, right? We run, right? And then you put the R at the end and they become a runner.
Uh-huh.
You're nouning the action word.
Okay.
And you'll find in a lot of cases the S's are nominalizers. There are a few instances where S's is not a nominalizer. Oh,
Good.
good.
Yes.
Qui, we, qui, tu, sto, que, qui, flu,
Wait, we, clue, we,
tu,
Big,
ik, eb,
it,
eb,
with, it.
eb. Oh, eb. T, distalabats. Or T, distalabats. Again, this is the D. D gets added here. Takes off here.
Way,
Quit.
way,
Oh. Qui.
way, qui, slew, quit, quit, atid, all of us,
Tid. Distalabats.
atid,
Yeah, T.
all of us.
My clothes will not be wrinkled.
Something I strive for daily. Just
Eb. So the Q is not just a K. You want to put while your tongue, keep pushing your tongue back until you make that sound. So this part of your tongue right here is going to be hitting the back end of your throat.
I don't have my glasses on. Just,
Tongue, roof of your mouth, get it towards the back as possible. Make sure to drink a lot of water.
oh yes, that's good. Or have something in your mouth.
So make sure you have a clean hand for this part. You grab your index finger, you push your tongue back and say key. Key. You want to have that sound. And then in doing so, you're pushing your tongue back up like this, and your throat's here, right? So you're pushing your tongue back up to the roof of your mouth and going. If you
So your
want to
tongue's your tongue is at the roof of the mouth back, and then it kind of, the sound comes from the bottom or out the sides.
sound comes from right here on top of the tongue.
I always thought I was good at the Running Man, but I obviously haven't been practicing it.
That's not the running man, that's the Q,
Oh, you're doing the Q. Okay, the Q, the hard Q.
the hard Q, labulized Q. And you're doing excellent on your running man. Lalabats. So the running man, you can say it flat as long as you put your tongue on your teeth, and then push the air out this way from your teeth. Right? Top, not bottom, top. Put your tongue at the top of the mouth and put the air out the sides. Have the air go through the top of your
Alibats.
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 Yeah. All right. Stop. Guasud. Chud. T. A. Stop. Guasud. Off. Chud. T. A.
Slop. Slop. What said? Slop. Slop. What said? Oh. Chud. P. E. Or pay?
E. A. Yeah, either way. E. A. E.
A.
Any sounds in between.
Pay. Pito.
I only want to get this shirt. The other sounds for shirts.
Can you say that again from the start, James?
Shop. Guasad. Off. Chud. T. A.
Hey, James. Oh. Can you say the last word? Are you saying tape? Tape?
All right. X wedge.
Yeah.
Or XW. A.
Tape. Tape.
T. XW.
By the gas station. The road starts dividing, then you're able to turn left, it's like a little bit after where that car's, it's where that little car's at. Where that car just turned, where that other car just turned, where those cars are turning.
In northern Lushootseed, us northerners
Oh, I hear them now.
use ape. Ape is shirt, right?
Is what?
Shirt. In southern Lushootseed, ape is shirt. But northern Lushootseed is pooted.
Oh, I'm not turning.
Is what?
I can stop with
Bush Bum, I'm gonna mute you.
Oh.
All right, I'll put the text box here, and then I'll spell it out so you guys can know what pooted is. Poo.
I'm going to find my old notes.
Hooted. So,
James, look at I found my old notes.
yes. So you just insert pooted instead of ape. All right?
Better.
For your northern southern. And I'll go over this again another day, but I'll have it reformatted so it'll show northern and southern. All right?
Oh, good deal. Hey.
But it's best to write it out so it gets put in your memory. So this text box can get moved around because that's what it'd say. Stop, guasada, chud, t, ooted. And we remember what off is, right? Up is the building of stories. Up, up, up. And as you'll see here, there's up, 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 up. That is the continuance of a story. Building
Oh, yeah.
upon building. After each sentence, they say up. And then after another sentence, they say up. And that's just building the foundation of a story. And if the story is very long continuance, you'll see a lot of up. This part. Right?
Yeah.
Ah. So, up, up. Continuance of a story, up. Continuance, right? Now, as you can tell, they use O here, and they didn't put O here. See, no more O. In Elements of Grammar's Dr. Zeke's dissertation, O was used for the beginning of the story, not a tense agreement.
Oh,
I heard that before. In Grace's class,
Was it tense agreement?
about the O.
Oh.
But I didn't, nobody said anything about a tense agreement.
O was commonly used as past tense. Was
Oh, yeah.
referred to something in the past.
That's what I learned in Carmen's class.
So O, up until for me, up until about since a year ago, O to me was a tense agreement. It was present to past, an action that already happened. But O can be referred to as past, perfect, and future now, and it's no longer a tense. It is a start of a new story. Important, vital information to follow. So if you ever take a test with me, I will definitely stand up and be like, this answer is going to be on the test. Make sure to know this, right? That's what that marker's O is for. See, it's only done once, and it's only done once at the first part of this thing, not over and over and over and over again. I did not fix my PowerPoints to suit this change yet. Working on it. There's a lot of printouts that I go through to fix that.
So James, can I just ask you a question to clarify? The O you would use to begin a story. But while you're telling the story, when you pause or at the end of each sentence, you would say up, up.
Up. So up, as you can see here, is not at the beginning of the story. It's in the middle of the action or the middle of the sentence.
Okay.
Up.
Up.
It just indicates it continuing. Right?
Okay.
And building.
In building. Shap guasadaf. Shap guasadaf. Shap guasadaf. Yeah, and then hoyaf. This is the continuance of the end. And most likely after this part right here, after you say hoyaf chud, and in another story, we would say oh, and then continue on with the new story. Because it's a whole new idea coming. Because this idea here on this page is done with. Once you say hoyaf chud. And then when we add the O in a new idea, just like some of these other some of my other handouts for washing hands, I would say O, right? And then it'll be that whole part of washing hands, hoyaf chud, and then we'll go into another one,
Brushing my
brushing my teeth, and go through all the parts for brushing my teeth, and then end with Hoyo Chud, and then again, that's where we get the breakdown on O.
Okay.
But it was used in the past for a present or present past tense. It's no longer part of the tenses.
So nobody teaches that anymore,
The-
or it shouldn't.
right now, it is the first part that we're setting that O
Oh.
aside for past tense
Mm-hmm.
because it makes more sense of it being this way now instead of
Yeah,
having to say O
each time.
each time.
Mm.
I think we should use that OU chud at the end of our tribal meetings.
Oh, Hoyo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or when we want to end the tribal meeting.
Yeah, that'll be good.
And then tell everybody, go home now.
I've noticed when I say Hoyt, people continue to talk
Yeah.
or they follow me. I'm like, Hoyt, Hoyt.
I think in there saying wait, but you know, I don't know. Could be something else. Wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, we got your pooted down. We got our yolopsid.
Lobster.
Yolopsid.
Lobster.
Stop. Wasadop chud. T yolopsud.
Stop. Wasad da chud tea yolopsid. Yolopsid.
Enough underwear.
Pants. I'm fine with that one.
Yeah, obviously.
Yolopsid. Yolopsid.
I need the next one. I have socks to fold for.
Stuck it.
T plus sick wheels.
What is that?
Yolopsid.
Stuck it.
Alright, stucked.
That's all.
Good.
Slop guasa da chud T stuck
Stuffed. Slop. Wasad da chud tea.
odd.
Or just all drawn out.
Yeah, slop guasa da chud T stock odd. Stucked.
Slop. Slop. Wasad da
Yeah.
chud tea. Stuffed.
What's it on the show? Stuck it.
Alright. Slop guasa da chud T squadita.
Stop. Oh.
Underwear.
Oh, it's not. Or is that?
Wait.
A puck. A puck.
Egg, a puck. Egg, a
Pizza.
wasad Egg, egg, puck.
They puck.
Egg, egg, puck.
Yeah.
Egg,
Or squidizza.
egg, egg, puck.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Egg,
Oh, 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 oh.
Squaw, squaw,
Squidizza. Squidizza.
squaw.
Squidizza. So I believe this northern Lushootseed word is a mixture of Ichishkin and Salish Strait language. And I've only known and heard grandma say squidizza, and I have to check my recordings on another person that might have said it. But it was squidizza that was used for underwear in our area. So stucked's fine, yalopsid's fine. It's just shirt was pooted.
I thought it was a little bit different version. Dog head.
Did you want to say cud?
Did you look it up?
Oh, James, yeah, in your notes from a few years back, it was you did teach Squadizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my notes from years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I printed them out. Where's that? That's spelled. Do you guys see the underwear? There's underwear, I think. I can't read backwards.
And it's showing up backwards on our screen.
Oh, it is. Sorry.
It was on there though.
It is on there. I think I got that spelling somewhere. I have it. I just don't have it on here. I just gotta redo it.
So he'll retype this for tomorrow's class.
Yeah, I'll retype this for tomorrow's class and have it set up again with the words that I used before. Let's spell sock.
SOCK.
Got sockeye salmon. So I'd have to look up stucked. Oh, come on, baby. C, D, F, G, S, S, T. See? So is silk before S wedge or after ST? Duh. Stop. Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to come back to this part later because I'm not entirely certain how to spell stuff.
I wonder, James, can I ask a question?
Yes.
And I'm looking at the dictionary. I wonder what the difference would be between underpants and underwear. Because like in the dictionary, underpants is the way you have it here on the screen. And then underwear is squad pizza.
All right. You got to remember what time of year these things were written. What era they were in. Sometimes stockings or the sweatpants type material were underneath dresses, which they
Yes.
were not exactly underwear. They were underpants.
Right.
But at this point in time, I'm not entirely certain what which one it would be, you know,
Right.
between
Okay.
underwear and underpants. That is a really good question.
Because I'm just saying that, I mean, I think it probably could be either or, but depending on what you were referring to, I guess. But the underwear is the way you've taught, Waditsa, and then the underpants is with the running man. Yep. Okay. Puck. Yeah.
Puck. Lay puck.
Okay. Puck. Okay.
So there's again, what era of clothing were they wearing at the time when they made this dictionary? Who did they talk to? Where did this information come from? All these questions come up with how this thing was written. And to figure that
Right.
part out, you're going to have to look up squiditza in the other side of the dictionary, in the Lushootseed side. And then you're
Right.
also going to need to figure out where it came from with the K puck on the Lushootseed dictionary side, the Lushootseed English. And then you'll figure out what they actually kind of mean that route. And I'm forgetting right now between the two. Yeah, well, stuffed was for stocking.
Well, there's soft and stocking, and is there any other word for that?
Whoa. Whoa.
Did you say the last one? Hoya Chud?
Oh, yeah, Chad.
Hoya Chud. Hoya Chud. I have to go.
All right.
Yeah,
It's already 2 o'clock.
okay.
So I found this one where it has all our clothing, to put on clothing. Got your lopsid, lopsid, pooted, kapoo, stucked. In this one, there is stuck ed instead of stuck odd. If you see the other part, Stupachi for mittens, but I don't know if we fold our mittens. Stuquabshid for our shoes, shake for our hats, coot. Do you guys fold your coot? That part I don't know.
Sometimes.
Chaddads up. Huh. Even here I have it put on differently. Shirt is chaddads up instead of pooted. And then squaditza for underwear. So you just fold what you can, and pretty much the actions that we're trying to do is and what you're gonna want to try to repeat over and over and over again is this part here is stop guasedap. Guasedap.
What?
Wasedap chud. T. And then lop wasedap chud T. So just remember, every time you do stop guasedap chud T. Stop guasedap chud T. Right? Just try to reclaim that action there. And that's all we're trying to do with this. Stop, guased off, chud T. 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 Okay?
Okay.
I couldn't find anything on the online dictionary. That's what I was looking. But
And then if you want to use it, shop Bless It Off Chud T t-shirt. Shop Bless It Off Chud T t-shirt. Shop Bless It Off Chud t-shirt. Right now, just say it that way, but make sure to use shop Blessed Off Chud T.
Wasada. Chud T.
All right, that's your homework. Fold your clothes.
Good deal.
You got homework. Go fold your clothes. Boy.
Boy.
Go fold. Bye.
Boy.